On behalf of our college, I formally the chair for I want hello. On behalf of our college, I formally the chair. On behalf of our college, I formally the chair for this program. I welcome the inaugurator of today's program, Honorable Professor Milind Bharati, sir, Vice Chancellor of Santa Baba University, Amravati. I welcome the chief guest of today's program, Professor N.S. Garbiye, sir, ex-VC of Dr. H.S. Gaur University, Sagar, and ex-VC of DDU University, Gorakhpur. I welcome respected Professor Acharya, who has been working in RPM University, Nagpur. I welcome Professor A.S. Sir, ex-head of the Department of Chemistry in Santa Baba University, Amravati. I welcome Honorable Dr. Vijay Tompe, sir, and I also welcome respected Dr. R.S. Ramdeke, sir, Principal of GS Tompe Art, Commerce and Science College, dignitaries of today's program. I feel it my honor to invite the chairperson of today's program, respected Bhaskar Dada Tompe, sir, to occupy their respective seats. Thank you, sir. Now I request inaugurator of today's program, Honorable Professor Milind Bharati, sir, to occupy their respective seats. Thank you, sir. I request Chief Guest of today's program, respected Professor N.S. Gadviye, sir, respected Professor Smita Acharya, ma'am, and respected Professor A.S. Aswar, sir, to occupy their respective seats. Thank you, everyone. I request Honorable Dr. Vijay sir, to occupy their respective seats. I request Dr. Ramdeke, sir, to occupy their respective seats. Thank you, sir. I request respected Dr. Gawade, sir, convener, HOD, and IPC coordinator of GS and College. Respected Dr. Saudhary, sir, co-convener, Dr. Randy, sir, organizing secretary, to occupy their distinguished seats. Thank you, everyone. I request all faculty members to take this. Thank you, everyone. Tamasoma Jyotirgamam. The purpose of education is to move from darkness to the light. As per our tradition, light is a symbol of brightness and prosperity. As sunlight expels the darkness, similarly blessings bring prosperity and happiness in our life. To make the program blessed, one invite Goddess Saraswati by candling the lamp of knowledge and wisdom. So I would like to request all the dignitaries on dais to candle the lamp. Thank you, everyone. आज इथल्या सूरवीला चंदनाचा गंध आला. आपण सर्वांच्या आगमनाने हा परिसर हर्षित झाला, हा परिसर हर्षित झाला. आपण इथे आलात, आम्ही धन्य झालो. The most important part which will add bonus to any program is welcoming the guest. Welcoming the people is the part of our Indian culture, followed by the centuries. So we maintain this custom and welcome the guest of today's program. So first of all, I would like to request Dr. Tampe sir, Secretary, to welcome the chairperson of today's program, Honorable Shri Bhaskar Dada Tompe sir, by offering a bouquet. Thank you, sir. There is no doubt that the world is full of gems, and we are having some of them today to help us shine through today's event. Felicitation is not for the individual, but for their achievement and talent. The hard work and dedication towards their study have brought them here to get felicitated. जगद्गुरु तुकाराम महाराज said, लोहाची खडक होई हे सामर्थ्य परिसाची आहे. It is well known that the gold, the touch of fairy, can turn iron into the gold. We have not experienced this fact, but life becomes gold with the touch of efforts. We have such golden personalities between us. So it's time to felicitate such an ambiguous personality. Hence, I would like to request Honorable Shri Bhaskar Dada Professor to welcome and felicitate Honorable Professor Milind Barhate sir, inaugurator of today's program, by offering short statement and floor. The floor is the annual magazine released by our college. Thank you, sir. I would like to request Dr. Vijay Tompe sir, welcome and felicitate Honorable Professor L.S. Gadbe sir by offering short statement of movement. Thank you. Our chief guest, Honorable Professor Smita Acharya ma'am, is working as a secretary in us. Today, women are making spectacular progress in all the fields. And a great example is our today's chief guest. By carrying out family responsibility and shouldering the shoulder with the man, women are leaders in all fields. And we are all proud of them. Hence, I would love to say that वर्तमानाचा भाविक दिशा सर्वीच तुमचा वाढ भारतीय नारी जगात सामान्य जगात Hence, I would like to request Dr. Dixit ma'am to felicitate and welcome Professor Acharya ma'am by offering short statement memento and food.
आणि त्याचं नाव लवकर घेत नाही कारण की आपल्या इथे सवय आहे इकडे बसायची इथे थांबून राहायची सवय
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to request Jamniki sir to welcome and felicitate Professor A.S. Anwar sir by offering short statement and memento. request Yagi sir to welcome the chief guest of this program, Honorable Dr. Vijay. I'd like to request Dr. Dhranil, organizing secretary. Welcome Dr. Ramniki sir by organizing the meeting. Thank you, sir. Now I will request all the dignitaries to publish the abstract. Thank you, everyone. Now it's time to introduce our today's chief today's guest, who is present at the Champion program. He is I would like to request Dr. for the introduction.
Good morning to all of you, and humble introduction, like to say, Govind Tompe and Karmayuji Gadageba. Dignitaries on the dais, Honorable President Sri Bhaskar Tompe, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Milind Rahate, as the inaugurator of the function, Honorable Professor Dr. N.S. Gajvier sir, President of NASIC, as the chief guest, Honorable Dr. Smita Acharya, Secretary of NASIC, Honorable Dr. A.S. Aswar sir, Advisor of NASIC, Honorable Dr. Vijay Tompe, Secretary of the Trust, Honorable Dr. R.S. Ramseki sir, Principal of our college, all other faculty members, research students, PG students of a different colleges. Today, we gathered here for an auspicious occasion of 2 day national workshop modern approaches in material research, jointly organized by the college and Indian Academy of Sciences, India. First, I sincerely thank to Professor N.S. Gajvier sir for providing us an opportunity to conduct this workshop in a rural college. Thank you, sir, on behalf of our society and college. Actually, the main purpose of organizing such a workshop was to promote a new research idea among the rural area and the students studying in the rural area. In this 2 day workshop, we have a total 6 sessions, including innovation also. For this workshop, we invited a different resource person from a different research background across the India. These all respected resource persons are from senior, senior emeritus scientists, distinguished professors, senior professors, professors from different state and central universities across the country. In 2 day workshop, there is a 3 plenary lectures as well as 9 invited talks. I think this will be a fruitful for all of us. We are getting new ideas of research in this workshop. In this workshop, near about 240 participants have registered and participated. In a broad extent, I will thank you, our trust, who give us a chance to organize this academic activity. Once again, I am thankful to Dr. N.S. Vijay sir for providing an opportunity to organize this workshop. Lastly, I am thankful to Dr. A.S. Aswar sir who supported us throughout this journey organizing the workshop. Dr. Meeta Acharya madam as well as Dr. Tompe sir. Thank you madam. Thank you sir. I wish you all knowledge trip for 2 days. Enjoy your part in this 2 day national workshop. Thank you to all of you.
Thank you, sir. For welcome address, I would like to request Ramdev sir.
कर्मयोगी संत गाडगे बाबा, संस्था के संस्थापक अध्यक्ष श्रद्धेय गोविंद दादा, इनके स्मृति को अभिवादन करके सर्वप्रथम आज के इस 2 दिन के वर्कशॉप में उपस्थित सभी मान्यवरों का मैं महाविद्यालय की ओर से बहुत बहुत स्वागत करता हूं। आज के इस कार्यक्रम के जो प्रमुख अध्यक्ष हमारे महाविद्यालय के अध्यक्ष आदरणीय भास्कर दादा, इस 2 दिवसीय कार्यशाला के उद्घाटन आदरणीय हमारे संत गाडगे बाबा अमरावती विद्यापीठ के कुलगुरु डॉक्टर मिलिंद बाबा के साथ मंच पर उपस्थित हमारे महाविद्यालय के सेक्रेटरी प्राध्यापक डॉक्टर विजय टोम्पे साहब, मंच पर उपस्थित डॉक्टर गढ़विया साहब, डॉक्टर आचार्य मैडम, डॉक्टर अवसार साहब, इस आयोजन समिति के प्रमुख, हमारे आईक्यूसी कोऑर्डिनेटर के प्रमुख डॉक्टर गवाड़े साहब, उबराटे साहब, विविध यूनिवर्सिटी तथा कॉलेजेस के आए हुए सम्माननीय प्राध्यापक, विद्यार्थी, हमारे महाविद्यालय के सभी प्राध्यापक, सहकारी, विद्यार्थी बंधु और भगिनी, हमें कहने से कि हमारे संस्था के संस्थापक अध्यक्ष हमारे संस्था के संस्थापक अध्यक्ष गोविंद दादा, इनका एक ख्वाब था कि इस चांदूर नगरी, जो कि एक जमाने में 1968 में यहाँ शिक्षा का माहौल था, उनके यहाँ एक मजदूरी करने वाला कर्मचारी जब उनके पास में आया और उनको कहने लगा कि दादा मुझे कुछ पैसे की जरूरत है, कि दादा ने बोला किस लिए पैसे चाहिए, तो मेरे बच्चे को अमरावती पढ़ाई के लिए भेजना। तो दादा ने बोला कि अमरावती तो अपने चांदूर बाजार में पढ़ने की व्यवस्था नहीं है क्या? तो उस मजदूर ने कहा कि नहीं। तब दादा के ध्यान में आया, हमारे गांव में सब कुछ होने के बाद में हमारे बच्चे अगर बाहर पढ़ने के लिए जाते हैं या कुछ मजदूरी करने वाले शेतकरी से मजदूर के बच्चों को यहाँ पढ़ने की व्यवस्था नहीं थी, इसके बड़ी शोकांति का कोई नहीं है। इसलिए दादा ने उस वक्त कुछ पैसे खर्चा करके इस महाविद्यालय की स्थापना करी और इस महाविद्यालय 1968 में महाविद्यालय की स्थापना हुई और यहाँ पे 2 फैकल्टीज आर्ट और कॉमर्स शुरू हुई। आज देखते देखते जो उनकी जो दृष्टि थी, उनका जो ख्वाब था उनका ख्वाब सही में असलियत में बदल गया है कि आज हमारे माननीय भास्कर राज अध्यक्ष और हमारे विजय राव जी सचिव, ये जी जान से इस पे प्यार करते हैं और उनको भी लगता है कि जिस समय में गोविंद दादा ने महाविद्यालय की स्थापना की, व्यवस्था क्या थी, तो उन्होंने इस महाविद्यालय में सही में जान डाल दी और आज इस महाविद्यालय एक छोटा सा पौधा लगाना आज एक बड़े पेड़ में उसका रूपांतर हुआ है। ये बोलते हुए मुझे बहुत अभिमान और घमंड लगता है। दोस्तों, हमें लगता है कि हमारे इस एरिया का बच्चा, जो कि चांदी बाजार नगरी बोले तो कोई साधारण नगरी नहीं है, बड़े बड़े महापुरुष, बड़े बड़े संत यहाँ पर होकर गए हुए हैं। गुलाबराव महाराज जो अंध थे, जिन्होंने कई ग्रंथ लिख डाले और पूरे भारत में इस ग्रंथ का आज ग्रंथ की पढ़ाई की जाती है, उसका फायदा, उसका लाभ उठाया जाता है। संत गाड़गे बाबा इसी नगरी में टच है। टुकड़ो जी महाराज, जो कि नागपुर यूनिवर्सिटी को इतना बड़ा नाम संत टुकड़ो जी महाराज दिया गया। टुकड़ो जी महाराज चांदू बाजार नगरी के एक उनके मामा का गांव कहा जाता है। तो ऐसे महान संत यहाँ पर होके गए और उसी संत के रूप में हमारे गोविंद दादा भी एक प्रकार के संत के रूप में कार्य करके गए। तो उनका भी खास था और हमारे जो भास्कर दादा और विजय राव, इनकी भी एक दृष्टि है कि यहाँ पे जितने भी मजदूर, गरीब, छोटे से छोटा व्यक्ति भी का बच्चा भी यहाँ पे बहुत अच्छे प्रकार से पढ़ना चाहिए। क्योंकि हम देखते हैं कि अब्दुल कलाम जी फोर्ट यूनिवर्सिटी में उन्होंने जन्म ले लिया। हमारे लिए बोलने में बहुत घमंड लगता है, एक अभिमान की बात है कि विजय भटकर जो संगठन पद में कहा जाता है, वो भी इसी एरिया के थे और एक देहात के थे। इसलिए हमारे बहुत कुछ है, हमारे बच्चों में बहुत कुछ है, सिर्फ उनको अवसर देना चाहिए, उनको संधि देना चाहिए। इसलिए इस आज इस कार्यशाला का जो आयोजन यहाँ किया गया है, ये उसी का एक औचित्य है कि हमारे में बच्चों में जो अदृश्य शक्ति है, जो हमारे बच्चों में जो नजरिया है, जो सोच है, उनको बढ़ावा मिलनी चाहिए। इसलिए इस कार्यशाला का यहाँ पे आयोजन किया गया है। मैं यहाँ पे आए हुए सभी मान्यवरों को फिर महाविद्यालय की ओर से बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं देता हूँ और इस कार्यशाला का सभी ने लाभ उठाए ऐसा आह्वान करता हूँ और मेरे दो शब्द समाप्त करता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. I kindly request the inaugurator of this program, Honorable Professor N.S. Vijay, sir, to enlighten us with their words.
नमस्कार, गुड मॉर्निंग. जस्ट आउट ऑफ गजबे सर आपल्या सर्वांमध्ये उपस्थित आहे. तर इट्स माय प्लेजर टू इंट्रोड्यूस प्रोफेसर गजबे सर, बिकॉज फॉर मोस्ट ऑफ अस प्रोफेसर गजबे इज a role model for all of us. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Chairman of this program, Tompe Dada, Vijay Ravji, Madam, Gawade sir, Pracharya Ramatiki sir, my colleague Manisha, other most of my students among the audience, esteemed speaker from the different places, particularly Ranesh Dave, Dinesh Kumar, Central University Gandhinagar, Hitesh Kulari, Central University Gandhinagar, then Kamlesh Nivas, Pandit Ravi Shankar Shukla University Raipur, and Professor Dhawale just join us shortly within 5 to 10 minutes also. So at the outset, सर मी तुमचं अभिनंदन करतो, पर्टिक्युलरली नंदकिशोर गव्हाणे सरांचं, विजू दादांचं आणि प्राचार्य सरांचं. कारण की कसं आहे, कुठलाही कार्यक्रम करणं म्हणजे कठीण असतो आणि पुढे कोणी येत नाही. सो कारण की सिन्स आय नो मॅडम नोज हाऊ इट डिफिकल्ट टू गेट एनी प्रोग्राम अँड दॅट टू मटेरियलाइज, आणि अशा चांगल्या प्रकारे करणं. म्हणून सर्वप्रथम नाशिकच्या वतीनं आय हार्टी कॉंग्रॅच्युलेट यू सर अँड आय सॅल्यूट युअर एफर्ट्स. And I know how it's difficult to coordinate all these things also. आता सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे, मी जास्त बोलणार नाही, फक्त 2च मिनिटं. मी कारण की आय एम विथ यू फॉर नेक्स्ट 2 days ऑल्सो. पण एवढंच सांगेल मी असं की समाजामध्ये विजू दादाला सरांना माहित आहे 3 प्रकारचे लोक असतात. सगळ्यांना माहित आहे. एक तर कष्टाळू असतात, व्हेरी हार्ड वर्किंग. दुसरे कसे असतात, कष्ट टाळू असतात, म्हणजे कसंही करून कष्ट टाळायचे. आणि तिसरी कॅटेगरी असतो कसंही करून टाळायचं, म्हणजे कसं टाळू. So all 3 kinds of people with us in every institute, every organization also. And to get such grand success and to organize, coordinate this program, it is really very difficult. It is an art, and I am really that appreciate his effort, how he has coordinated, convinced his management, sparing this huge amount also toward hospitality and all these things. So really, you are very good organizers. जस्ट मी थोडस सरांचा परिचय असेच सांगतो की सर अगदी खेड्यातून आहे. बिकॉज MSc च्या विद्यार्थ्यांसाठी इट शुड बी अ रोल मॉडेल, इन्स्पिरेशन आहे आपल्यासाठी सरांचं. अगदी लहानशा खेड्यातून, पवनी सारख्या तालुक्यातून मजुरीला जाऊन, आईसोबत कामाला जाऊन सरांनी नागपूरच्या इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ सायन्स मधून MSc केलं. आणि एक असे शिक्षक तिथं भेटले सरांना, देशपांडे सर म्हणा किंवा इतर जे सर होते. तर तिथून सरांनी PhD करता इंडियन इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ सायन्स बेंगलोरला गेले फेलोशिप सोबत. आणि तिथं उत्कृष्ट असे सरांना मार्गदर्शक मिळाले. नरसिंहन आय थिंक सर काही ISC बेंगलोरला. आणि पर्टिक्युलर सरांचा एरिया बेसिकली ही इज अ फिजिकल केमिस्ट, but he molded himself in such a way that today he is one of the good, I may say, the researcher in the area of material science and research particularly. He is a very popular teacher among his colleagues and students by virtue of his sincerity, proficiency. On several occasions, he has visited to my department to deliver it of particularly solid state chemistry, material chemistry also. Very often I used to call him sir in our department, and he delivers several talks also. Then after getting his doctoral degree, he joined as a postdoctoral fellow, and he had a rare honor to become a Alexander Humboldt Fellowship, Germany Fellowship. And for more than 3 years, he spent there as a postdoctoral fellow from Humboldt. And after coming back to India, he joined IIT Kanpur as an associate professor, then become a full-fledged professor. And by virtue of his sincerity and academic caliber, he became a vice chancellor of Deen Dayal Upadhyay University, Gorakhpur particularly. And immediately after a brief period of 1 year, he shifted as a vice chancellor of Central Dr. Harishankar Gauri Institute, Central University Sagar also. And it has only his brainchild who developed the excellent instrumentation center in Central University Sagar, one of the best center, and he spent more than 100 crore. And today, all the faculty members enjoying the fruits of his brainchild of the instrumentation center, particularly all facility, including SAME, TAME, XRD, liquid crystal, all facility. Because some of my colleagues are there and they are always praising the sir that bringing such a rare facility which is not available in most of the IIT also, and develop a different department also. Such a visionary person, such a great leader, academician with us. It's really our honor and pleasure. Sir, I am really grateful to you for considering my request and sparing workshop, that is under the outreach activity of the NASI, that given this workshop to this rural area, particularly this Tompe college, which is a rural-based student, and it is a need of our to encourage, to motivate students. गरज आहे काळाची विद्यार्थ्यांना. विद्यार्थ्यांकडे टॅलेंट भरपूर भरलेला आहे. Only need to find out this talent and provide the platform. So या वर्कशॉपच्या माध्यमातून such kind of activity encourage them, motivate them, inspire them, and it is not always expect a 100% outcome also. We expect only 20% outcome maximum also, and even 20% we could succeed. I am happy that next time when we have some more kinds of things in the rural area also, and we are here to promote health research because it is a need of our. And research is one of the indicator, parameter nowadays to get the recognition in a particular area. And today, most of the students, most of our, I may say the researcher, doing the research in the Jugaad technology. So I sincerely requested Professor Vijay sir that how to avoid the Jugaad technology and just to message, a wrong message among the community. We should take care as a researcher. You may do little work only. कमी काम करायचं पण चांगलं करायचं, one get satisfaction. That is more important. सर, अशा खेड्यापाड्यामध्ये आमचे कुठचे प्रोग्राम आहेत, त्यावर्षी उशिरा झालं, थोडंसं आपलं कॉन्व्हर्सेशन उशिरा झालं, पण नेक्स्ट इयर विल डू at different places under the jurisdiction of Amravati University, sometime in our department also, different activity, competition, research activity also. Fortunately, sir is very generous and I may say the good leader also, I mean above all, a very good human being also. So without taking much time, since we are running behind the schedule, so once again, I am really grateful to you, sir, for giving this workshop. under the jurisdiction of Amravati University and sparing your time, though you are not feeling well also, spondylitis problem also, but you are saying because that is for a day also, and your presence itself is a motivation for most of us. So thank you once again. Welcome you all.
On behalf of the National Academy of Sciences, India, I, I, I'm really, thankful to you all for arranging this national program here on the national workshop, modern approaches in material research. This is very good privilege for us and Nasi to be here as my Salsapat. But who created this Nasi? That was the Professor Meghnad Shah, was a brilliant person. He was a person who gave the equation by which we can calculate the temperature of the stars in the sky. Using that, today we are our space program stands. Okay. Also, he was a nuclear scientist. That time, before the Baba, okay, and he was also, attached with Oppenheimer's what is called the program of making the nuclear bomb. So he was a great man. First, he was FRS in the country, and he established this National Academy of Science in Allahabad, 1930s, and that time he made a plea to the country that I will read, basically, and one of the motto he outlined for National Academy of Sciences is, I read this, an Academy of Science can do a great deal by educating public opinion, undertaking particular problems, and bringing out scientific workers in various fields for discussion and cooperative research. Remember this cooperative research. But the main function of the academy should be towards cultural improvement by contributions to human knowledge. And that is why I am standing here for you, what is called the Science Society Interactions Program. But this is what I must also acknowledge who are carrying out this mission of the country. This at present at the helm of affairs, we have President Balram Bhargav, Professor Balram Bhargav, former director of AIMS at Delhi, and also he was also a chairman of medical sciences. Okay, in Delhi. The great man, Bhagavibhushan man. Also, we had traditions of good people, very what is called eminent people like Professor Manju Sharma. She was Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan, and Secretary for the Biotechnology Department. Okay, nice structures. Some of you name also might have heard about from Maharashtra, Professor Dr. Kapotkar. He also was president at one time. Now recently, your National Education Commission chairman was Professor K. Ranganathan Kasturi. He was also a president of. Okay, just to name few such kind of eminent people. They were the presidents of the National Academy of Sciences. Recently, the two of the people got Bharat Ratna from this. Okay, one is Swaminathan and also one Professor K. Rao. Okay, that is what I had a privilege to be associated with Professor Rao and his vision, as well as I did not see the, of course, Professor Meghnad Shah, but his vision I could see and receive for the rural people, or people and society. And that is how we carry out this kind of program to our Nasi chapter, which we formed basically 2 years before. While forming this program, we had a condition. from the National Academy of Sciences that there should be a 10 National Academy Fellows should be around here in this region. Not only that, 30 members should be there. I had no, I'm sorry, from this university, there was only one person, Professor Mande, who is no more now. Okay, but then he was the only fellow of the National Academy of Sciences. And somehow we managed to form this chapter here, Nagpur region, scattered all over the Vidarbha. We have many universities here, like we have Sant Gadgewaba University, Amravati. We have this university, then we have the Tukuloni Maharaj University, Nagpur University. And then we have also a fisheries university and many institutions around Nagpur, including AIMS, including Triple IT, and also IIM, because we include all the sciences, and these fellows are made from various fields, from agriculture to the biosciences to chemical sciences and physical sciences. Okay, so all the total we have around 2,500 fellows and around 2,700 members, and our total number, we have a limit, we can't have people more than the 3,000 fellows and not more than 5,000 members of the society in this country. Okay, it's a huge country. Okay, we need to have increased number, but anyway, that is how it's. Recently, the Women's Day is celebrated by NASI with the theme that Women in Science. Women in Science, Technology, and Innovation. What does it mean by it? See, it means I'm the former director of my institute, IIT Kanpur. He used to say, first director basically, Professor Kelkar, he used to say, science-based technology will be standing for IIT Kanpur. Remember this. Science-based technology, not the technology-based science. I think today we are talking about reverse stage. And that is how we are getting problems of education. So we need to have basic education. I must start with the first list of people who did basic education and how the technology developed our members. Okay. So the first person I would talk about, everybody know the Madam Curie, she discovered radium. Now it is used for your cancer kind of diagnosis, and treatment basically. And that is one of the technologies developed over the years. If you look at the X-ray, Röntgen, the first kind of physicist who got Nobel Prize, that X-ray, now it has become the part and parcel of our medical kind of sciences. And that is how the technology developed. Let me talk about some of these recent examples also. Recently, one of my mentors, Professor Goodenough, who he first made the compound, what is called materials. He made first 1950s, what is called LaCO3. Okay, those are chemists, they will understand what is the valency of La, what is the valency of CO, and rest is balance the equations. Okay, so this compound, and later on he himself replaced by La. L is replaced by L, and O1 remained as it is. O became the O2, not 3 minus. Okay, not 3, but O2 minus. Okay. Now this compound has revolutionized that 1960s. Today it has become technology which is used as a battery materials in your all mobile phones. And he got Nobel Prize at the age of 99. Remember this. So the kind of development thing, any kind of innovations to go to technology, it takes many years, 20, 50 years, 60 years. Another example, you may be knowing like in computer generally use the chips and all that, now silicon chips. Silicon chips and transistor were discovered 1960s by Shockley and the other two scientists. Bardeen and one more name, I don't remember now. Okay, the three people, and then the technology comes today, and we have made integrated circuits, we have smallest computer possible. That is how the technology takes time. Technology doesn't come first. Remember this. Always go with the science. Stress science education. Please, whatever you are on my channel, I always did that. Okay, and that is why I put forwarding. Otherwise, you will one day strive for this. Okay, people will not know how to even plus and minus do how to do or division how to do it. Teach your children this. Okay, because I see they are look at the computers now. They are what is called your mobile. You see the how to calculate things. See, Professor Kenju, I heard his lecture somewhere in 82. He came a Nobel laureate. So I heard his lecture in ISC Bangalore. He said at the end of his own talk, he said, don't forget to teach your children how to add, multiply, the divide, and that is with the hands. He says, ask them to do. Otherwise, you lose the generation will lose it. Okay, please do it. So I wish to go with this message that science is very important, and not only that, because the technology goes to the villages, technology goes to society. So it is a part that is now the vision of our kind of founder, Mr. This is the first academy in the country. There are later on followed two other academies, but this is one of the oldest academy, and it has own importance. Okay, most of the programs I will give the list of. I think I'll give the list of your principal after some time, and maybe some of this Nazis program you can also emulate in some of the colleges. We can do some of this kind of exercise for all of you. It is through the Nazi program. We support financially partly, but support it, okay? For the any kind of speakers you call around the country, we will pay it all day and stage and all that, okay? So all good speakers and get good education from the people so that Nasid's kind of aims is always survived as far as we are concerned and the country is concerned. So I wish all of you enjoy this modern workshop in materials research, okay? Material research is a very interesting. I worked out my life on material research. Okay. Physics people they do also, but I worked out my life material research. I can keep on talking, but I don't want to. I stop here. Some other time you can hear me. I wish my colleague Dr. Smita Acharya, she will talk for another 20 minutes, possibly after some time, okay, after this function is finished on this material. Thank you very much. And God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. We are excited to hear some words by the inaugurator of today's workshop, Honorable Professor Bilin Barhate, sir. Hence, I would like to request sir to address us on the occasion.
GS Tompe Arts Commerce and Abdul Bazar Padi, National Academy of Sciences, त्यांच्या या संयुक्त विद्यमाने आयोजित in this national workshop on other literacy material research येथे औपचारिक उद्घाटन झाले असे मी जाहीर करतो. आजच्या या उद्घाटनाच्या कार्यक्रमाला उपस्थित असलेले संस्थेचे माननीय अध्यक्ष श्री भास्करदादा टोपे, मुख्य अतिथी श्री विजय टोपे, महाविद्यालयाचे प्राचार्य डॉक्टर टॉम्पे, इतर मुख्य अतिथी प्रोफेसर गजभिये सर, प्रोफेसर स्मिता आचार्य, प्रोफेसर एस पुरे, प्रोफेसर अस्वार सर, येथे उपस्थित सर्व शिक्षक शिक्षकेतर कर्मचारी आणि विद्यार्थी प्रतिनिधींनो, सर्वप्रथम मी टोम्पे महाविद्यालय आणि संस्था यांचं दुहेरी अभिनंदन करतो. प्रथम अभिनंदन याच्याकरता की त्यांनी अतिशय चांगल्या विषयावर हे 2 दिवसीय चर्चासत्र परिषद आयोजित केलेली आहे आणि ग्रामीण भाग असूनही इतका चांगला रिस्पॉन्स त्याला मिळालेला आहे आणि अतिशय मोठ्या लेवलचे तज्ञ आज इथे आलेले आहेत. कशी माझी ओळख झाली, काही तज्ञ गुजरातमधून आलेले आहेत, काही छत्तीसगडमधून आलेले आहेत. त्याच्यामुळे गजबी सर येथे आहेत, अस्वार सर आहेत, आचार्य मॅडम आहेत, असे या विषयाचे मोठे मोठे तज्ञ त्यांचं राष्ट्रीय पातळीवर नाव आहे. आज येथे आपण जी परिषद आयोजित केलेली आहे त्याला उपस्थित आहेत, त्याबद्दल आपण हा पुढाकार घेतला त्याबद्दल मी संस्थेचे आणि महाविद्यालयाचे अभिनंदन करतो. आणि दुसरं अभिनंदन याच्याकरता की आता तुम्हाला माहिती मिळाली की महाविद्यालयामध्ये प्रवेशित विद्यार्थी म्हणजे स्टुडंट्समध्ये 70% या विद्यार्थिनी आहेत, मुली आहेत. आणि आता हॉलमध्येही इथे जवळपास 70-80% मुलीच दिसत आहेत. त्याच्यामुळे आज प्रत्येक क्षेत्रात ते कोणतेही असो, की म्हणजे इंजिनिअरिंग असो, मेडिकल असो, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटंट असो किंवा सायंटिस्ट असो, प्रत्येक क्षेत्रात मुलांपेक्षा पुढे आहेत. आणि ही आपल्या समाजाकरता, आपल्या देशाकरता आणि आपले जे पूर्वज होऊन गेले त्यांच्या शिकवणीतून ही जी प्रेरणा मिळालेली आहे याच्याकरता मला वाटतं ही फार अभिमानाची अशी बाब आहे. त्याच्यामुळे मी संस्थेचं आणि महाविद्यालयाचं अभिनंदन करतो. मी काही सायन्सचा विद्यार्थी नाही, मी मॅनेजमेंटचा बेसिकली विद्यार्थी आहे. त्याच्यामुळे मटेरियल सायन्सच्या विषयावर मी जास्ती किंवा मटेरियल रिसर्च याच्यावर जास्त करू शकणार नाही. पण आपण सर्व जाणतो की नवीन राष्ट्रीय शैक्षणिक धोरण आता लागू झालेलं आहे. नॅशनल एज्युकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 लागू झालेली आहे, हे सर्वांना माहीत आहे. तर त्याकरता शिक्षकांनी विशेष पुढाकार घेऊन विद्यार्थ्यांपर्यंत हे नवीन धोरण काय आहे हे पोहोचणं अत्यंत आवश्यक आहे. आणि प्रत्येक स्टेकहोल्डर जो आहे त्यात मग संस्थाचालक असो, शिक्षक असो, विद्यार्थी असो आणि पालक असो, प्रत्येकापर्यंत या धोरणाची माहिती जोपर्यंत व्यवस्थित पोहोचणार नाही तोपर्यंत याची अंमलबजावणी पूर्णपणे करणं आपल्याला शक्य होणार नाही. आणि त्याचे जे उद्दिष्ट आहे तेही गाठताना आपल्याला अनेक अडचणी येतील. या नवीन राष्ट्रीय शैक्षणिक धोरणामध्ये IKS म्हणजे इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टीम, भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा, याच्यावर फार मोठं महत्व दिलेलं गेलेलं आहे. जे आतापर्यंत आपण ज्या जुन्या धोरणातून शिकलो किंवा शिकून विद्यार्थी होतो आणि पुढे आलो, त्या धोरणामध्ये आणि या धोरणामध्ये बरेचसे फरक आहेत. या धोरणामध्ये जी भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा आहे त्यावर फार मोठा भर दिलेला गेला आहे. आता बरेचदा प्रश्न विचारला जातो की भारतीय ज्ञान परंपरा म्हणजे काय. त्याचं अत्यंत सोपं उत्तर आहे की प्रत्येक घरामध्ये जेव्हा एक फॅमिली मेंबरला किंवा एखाद्या मुलाला, घरातल्या मुलीला सर्दी होते तर त्याला त्याची आजी किंवा आई साधं आपलं दूध हळद देते किंवा गूळ हळद देते. तर ही आपली ज्ञान परंपरा आहे. हे काही असं पुस्तकात आपण शिकलेलो नाही. आपली आजी, आपली आई यांच्याकडनं या गोष्टी आपण शिकलेलो आहोत. अशा अनेक गोष्टी आपल्या आजूबाजूला आहेत आणि ज्या आपल्या ज्ञान परंपरेचा भाग आहे. तर मला वाटतं मटेरियल रिसर्च याच्यावरही भारतामध्ये मला वाटतं जवळपास 1000-1500 वर्षापासून खूप चांगल्या प्रकारे रिसर्च झालेला आहे आणि या प्रकारची चांगली माहिती उपलब्ध आहे. धातुशास्त्र नावाचा जो विषय आहे मला वाटतं याच्याशी संबंधित असावा. नागपूरला VNITला डॉक्टर गिरोळकर म्हणून मेटलॉजीला हेड होते, कदाचित आपण त्यांना ओळखत असाल. बरोबर, खूप सिनियर होते ते. एकदा मला नागपूरला भेटले असताना त्यांनी मला माहिती दिली होती की आपल्या विमानाच्या जे काथा असतात ते बंगलोरला बनतात. म्हणजे हिंदुस्थान एरोनॉटिक्स लिमिटेड जे आहे तिथे त्याच्या खिडक्यांच्या काथा बनतात. तर त्यांना एक ग्रंथ जवळपास 1500 वर्ष की 1000 वर्ष जुना एक ग्रंथ त्यांच्या हाती लागला जो धातुशास्त्राशी संबंधित होता. तर त्याच्यामध्ये विमानाच्या काथा बनवायची विधी दिलेली होती. तर त्यांनी मला असं सांगितलं त्या विधीप्रमाणे मी VNITच्या लॅबोरेटरीमध्ये ती काच बनवून पाहिली आणि आश्चर्य म्हणजे त्यांनी बनवलेली काच आणि हॉलमध्ये म्हणजे हिंदुस्थान एरोनॉटिक्स लिमिटेड येथे बनवलेली काच त्याच्यामध्ये फरक होता. सरांनी जी काच लॅबमध्ये तयार केली ती जास्ती मजबूत होती आणि त्यातलं जे युव्ही रेसचं जे हे असतं त्याला ट्रान्समिशन म्हणतो, जो काही शब्द असेल त्याला, ते कमी होतं. तर अशा अनेक बाबी आपल्या परंपरेमध्ये आहेत ज्या आपल्याला माहिती नाही. या निमित्ताने मला वाटतं या परिस्थितीच्या निमित्ताने त्याचाही अभ्यास व्हावा, त्यातीलही ज्ञान पुढे व्हावं, पुढे यावं अशी मी अपेक्षा करतो. आणि 2 दिवसाच्या या परिषदेमध्ये या मटेरियल रिसर्च संदर्भात विविध पैलूंवर चर्चा होणार आहे. नवीन त्यातनं काहीतरी एक नवीन माहिती पुढे येणार आहे, नवीन रिसर्च पुढे येणार आहे. आणि त्याचा निश्चितपणे सर्व विद्यार्थ्यांना, सर्व शिक्षकांना आणि रिसर्चरला फायदा होईल असाही मला विश्वास वाटतो. पुनश्च मी आयोजकांचे अभिनंदन करतो आणि या प्रसंगी आपण सर्वांना शुभेच्छा देऊन थांबतो. धन्यवाद.
Thank you. Now I would like to request Professor Nisha to invite. Now I would like to request honorable participants to share their thoughts on the situation.
संत गायत्री बाबा परवाची गोविंदराव दादा यांना विनंती करतो. पंचकावात उपस्थित आजच्या या 2 दिवसीय वर्कशॉपचे उद्घाटन आपल्या अमरावती संत गाडगे बाबा अमरावती विद्यापीठाचे कुलगुरू भारत सर्व आलेले पाहुणे नाव काढतो मी, साधारणतः पत्रिका इथे ठेवायला पाहिजे. ठीक आहे.
सर्व सन्माननीय व्यक्ती
गजबी सर, स्मिता मॅडम, उमरे सर, अस्वाल सर, या सर्वांचं मी संस्थेच्या वतीने खूप खूप स्वागत करतो. आपण या ठिकाणी आलेले सर्व प्राध्यापक, जोशी महाविद्यालयाचे प्राध्यापक, प्राध्यापिका आणि सगळे विद्यार्थी आपलं सर्वांचं या ठिकाणी संस्थेच्या वतीने स्वागत करतो. ज्या कार्यक्रमासाठी आपण सगळे इथे आलेला आहोत, खरं तर तो मेन कार्यक्रम जो सगळ्यांना ऐकायचा आहे, तो थोडासा मागे पडत चाललेला आहे. त्याला जास्त न बोलता मी आपण सगळे मॅक्सिमम प्राध्यापक आणि विद्यार्थी आपल्या परिसरातले, आपल्या महाविद्यालयातले सर्वांना या महाविद्यालयाविषयी गोविंदराव दादांनी ते कसं सुरुवात केलं, काय केलं, काय आहे, आणि आपण दरवर्षी जे भरभरून कार्यक्रम या ठिकाणी घेतो विद्यार्थ्यांच्या, त्यांची बुद्धिमत्ता मॅक्सिमम वाढण्यासाठी, ती विकसित व्हायसाठी या ठिकाणी त्या कार्यक्रमाचा लाभ आमचे सगळे विद्यार्थी या ठिकाणी घेत असतात. आवर्जून सर्वजण शांततेने, म्हणजे हा कार्यक्रम तर वेगळा आहे, वेगळ्या स्वरूपाचा आहे, तुम्हाला त्यातून भरपूर काही नॉलेज मिळणार आहे. पण एक दिवसीय कार्यशाळा असो की 1 तासाचं व्याख्यान असो, आमचे विद्यार्थी आवर्जून ते ऐकतात आणि त्यातून बरंचसं काही घेतात. सर्व क्षेत्रामध्ये आमचे विद्यार्थी, स्पोर्ट्स असो, वक्तृत्व असो, या सगळ्या क्षेत्रामध्ये आमचे विद्यार्थी अग्रेसर आहेत. आमच्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी मेडल सुद्धा त्या ठिकाणी मिळवलेले आहेत. या सर्वांचं या कार्यक्रमात प्रसंगी मी आपलं स्वागत करतो. 2 दिवस सगळे प्राध्यापक वर्ग, वेगवेगळे नॉलेज देणारे सगळे प्राध्यापक तुम्हाला या ठिकाणी मिळालेले आहेत. त्या सगळ्यांचा फायदा आपण किती जास्तीत जास्त पद्धतीने करू शकतो, प्रश्न जास्तीत जास्त उतरवा, जे समजत नसेल ते विचारा, या कार्यक्रमाच्या व्यतिरिक्त विचारा, एवढीच या ठिकाणी सगळ्यांना विनंती करतो. सगळ्यांना शुभेच्छा स्वागत आणि थांबतो. जय हिंद.
Thank you, sir. Here we come to the concluding part of today's discussion. So I would like to request Dr. Vijay sir, Organizing Secretary, for the deliverance of the report.
Warm and graceful welcome to all delegates, dignitaries, guests, and everyone gathered here. It's my privilege to put our hands and acknowledge acknowledge the contribution of those who hard, very hard for making this event happen. Firstly, first, often I tribute to Goddess Saraswati, uh, Sri Gargi Maharaj, and founder president of our society, Govinda Tompe. I A vote of thanks is a accumulation of many programs, and hence vote of thanks is extremely important. I extend a really cordial thanks to our chairperson, Honorable Mr. Pradhan Tompe, the president of Tompe Sarvajanic Trust, for giving their valuable time. Thank you, Dada. On the behalf of our college and organizing committee, I immensely thankful to inauguration of today's workshop, Honorable Professor Vijay Vice Chancellor of University, who spared time from his busy schedules and blessed on this occasion. Thank you, sir. I express our sincere gratitude to Chief Guest of today's program, respected Professor N.S. Gajvi, sir, ex-VC, for giving their precious time and gracing this occasion. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank to Professor Smita Acharya ma'am, RDM Nagpur University Nagpur, for accepting our request and giving the valuable time for enhance our happiness. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to say thank to Professor Aswar sir, who dispute his busy schedule and how to grace this occasion and guiding us for organizing such workshop. Thank you, sir. I would like to say thank to the Vijay Professor for being a catalyst that stimulates us to do our best and as a pillar and strength. Thank you, sir. I would like to say thank to the Ramteke sir, the principal of who always guide us and support us. And any event like this cannot be happened overnight. A wheel start rolling a week ago. It requires planning and bird eye for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very protective and dedicated teaching and non-teaching staff of our institute, whoever will work in the jobs. So thank you very much, everyone. Now, how can there be a good program without the listener? Listener is also important as the speaker. Hence, it is said to that. Thank you very much to all the listeners who enhance the beauty of this program. I would like to thank the host, thank you to Pratiksha Wankhede to host this program well. Lastly, once again, and heartily thankful to all one and all for this program. I conclude. Nice. After this, with the permission of chair, I declare that this inauguration function is over. After the completion of this inauguration function, first technical session is continued. Thank you.
With the permission of chair, the inauguration function is over, and there will be a technical session onward.
आपके आहेत नंतर
हाँ बस वाला माझा
विद्यार्थी
शेड्यूल ठेवलाय का हा झालं माझं तयार आहे.
विद्यार्थ्यांनी
ऍडव्हान्स मटेरियल झालं ऍडव्हान्स मटेरियल काफी झाले
हो
माईक घेतो.
मॅडम चालतं का येऊ द्या थोडं अजून पुढे. अजून गुड गुड. हा गुड. मॅडम सर मी सांगतो तुम्हाला भरपूर नंतर झालं. अच्छा अच्छा नंतर हो आलं लक्षात ना ते आलं लक्षात. बस ओके सर ठीक आहे.
मॅडम थोडं युट्यूब साठी हा ऐकत आणि हा तुम्ही याला
एक लावून
ते फक्त कसं आहे तू युट्यूब साठी
मला कुठे लावायचं?
हा तो युट्यूब वर लाईव्ह आणि हा जो स्पीकर आहे हा इच्छेसाठी.
हे आतच नाही ते आहे तो इथे कमरेला. Am I audible to you all? Okay. Am I audible to you all? Okay. हॅलो स्टुडंट. नाही आहे आवाज नाही येत आहे त्यांना. थोडं अजून वरती करू. Hello, is it okay now? Hello students. Today I am going to discuss some interesting physical phenomena related to material. Now, what is the topic of So friends, how understand harvest. So when we harvest, harvest, so we will take one of the important technology. Yeah, because development of material science is there. Why we are but cost is if you develop material is costly matter, you do every it is half of generation so fast कम कर सकती है मटेरियल डेवलपमेंट की आपका पर कॉस्ट कम कर सकता है डेवलपमेंट डेवलपमेंट की और ऑटोमेटिकली because those of future energy but we can't that are always that potential. But such a type of advanced material, such a type of advanced material development can really us to harness our energy. So it's a very important. Now, what is this? Can you, this is another example. Can you identify this? ये वाला आइडेंटिफाई करना क्या है ये कैसे इक्विवेलेंट क्या हमारे घर में हम क्या चाहिए सबसे घर में क्या करते हैं हम वर्क I know that with my husband. How it works? But how it works? ठीक करते हैं एंड स्पार्क निकलता है क्या कभी कभी सोचा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी स्टूडेंट हो फिजियोलॉजी का पढ़ा है लेकिन हाउ यू कोरिलेट एनी कभी कभी जैसे लेकिन कभी सोचा कि और इतना क्या करता है स्पार्क निकलता है फिजियोलॉजी से वहां पे फिजियोलॉजी मटेरियल when you press electric energy generated small part generated by electricity small part is just to start program okay so this is one of the use of which we are using yeah it's very starting okay but cost in development everywhere medical specialty और everywhere installed physiologic materials वहाँ पे but in India okay some places important places that are there installed there for energy purposes but not everywhere okay so this is the cost effective rate of this property. So these are the areas that use such energy, harvested energy for charging purposes. Okay, इसके लिए charging के लिए बहुत कम energy. So what is the future cost? Future cost ये है कि हर किसी के शूज में, हर किसी के चप्पल में एक शीट चाहिए, ताकि हम वॉक करते समय और ऑटोमेटिकली physical energy जनरेट हो जाए and that physical energy we can use same technical energy our own इंस्ट्रूमेंट को चार्ज करने के लिए ओके तो फिर कि आपकी जब आप R&D फील्ड में जाएंगे तो आप R&D कितना उसका इम्पोर्टेंस है। ऐसा नहीं है कि हम लोग यहाँ रह रहे हैं but everywhere that is used for research, material development, efficient material development, cost effective material development, so that we can harvest the wasted energy which we waste in our every activity. But what do you use? Some vibration generator. Mechanical vibration, if I properly scrapping and converting electrical energy, सॉल्यूशन क्या है? डेवलपमेंट ऑफ सच मटेरियल। अगर आप ऐसे मटेरियल डेवलप करोगे तो ऑटोमेटिकली एनर्जी यू कैन कन्वर्ट फॉर द एप्लीकेशन डेवलपमेंट के एंड इट इज ओनली पॉसिबल इसकी वजह से पॉसिबल है मटेरियल साइंस एडवांस मटेरियल डेवलपमेंट कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव मटेरियल डेवलपमेंट ओके सो देन I go to the how one can convert the electrical energy into mechanical energy pressure के कारण shock के कारण different shock out wave that can be convert and you can use it for different shock. Okay. So I firstly I know there are another this type of mechanical material but you observe here. Okay. Big is what? Again, mechanical physics of wire of material. But this effect is for electric field financial field. But in the material is very popular later. इसका पहले का सबसे ठीक है आपको दिखा रही हूँ और ये आप एवरीडे हमारे करते हैं बट यू आर नॉट कोऑर्डिनेटिंग विद क्लासरूम में पढ़ रहे हैं थोड़ा सा ऐड कर दीजिए दैट और कैरी है सभी को ये इसमें अच्छा लगता है फिर आपको तो होना चाहिए how it is color is temperature color how it is all material science okay it's all about changing material that fancy glasses color change okay that is all material these are future materials for different applications advanced materials for different applications color change and who are the natural phenomena that will help us to artificially develop. ये कुछ natural phenomena है कि जो artificially such as color change, biometric material, different natural color, this is like this is a self-cleaning concept which you can use natural operation. So I talked a lot of my presentation. What is the correct need when development these are the requirements we can get after development. So the key modern approach the modern approach development of development of electric field के कारण डायमेंशन चेंज और डायमेंशन के कारण इलेक्ट्रिक चेंज मैग्नेटिक रियोलॉजिकल और इलेक्ट्रिक वाइब but chemistry these are the different advanced material and that is required to develop and make it possible so that our life will be more our life will be more sophisticated and you can make even research for societal importance. ये एक्चुअल आपका रिसर्च की सोसाइटल इम्पोर्टेंस के लिए आपको टेबल होगा so it is the time to be smart. Whether you are not rural area, whether yeah, but what we expect उसे गलती से हमें नहीं पता है कि first science and then technology. So first we will have to develop start the science, new development of material by understanding that through technology that will make us our life more. Okay, so I will tell you here, do not like quality of life, the use of smart material and structure is ultimate objective. Understanding science and development of smart material here and take a part of this study. And lastly, here is that hard.
I think it's very important. How to make it more like so that is very here but how here learning on together also. Really, our pleasure and honor. Madam, will take your time, madam, and we may have complete 1 day to you also to popularize this material because piezoelectric, pyroelectric, ferroelectric, and spinel these are the very important material nowadays also. And this domestic lighter is a very simple example. Usually one has to take and very basic research also one has to do also. In Nagpur, Amravati, the facilities are available also. If some of you are interested after the registry, it is not nowadays required the MSc chemistry and how I can calculate physics also. Branches are open together and all branches are fused together in order to pursue the research. And madam is a very good researcher. She has published more than 100 research paper also and traveling different places to deliver a talk in the refresher orientation process also to promote the science among the masses, particularly in tribal area also. And that is the way she came over here 300 kilometers in the morning also. So she has a meeting today also. So really, it's our pleasure. And once again, I request all of you to give a round of applause to madam. So thank you, madam, once again. And we hope in future we give the many more opportunity through the NATI platform also, so that our students get benefit also. Now, friends, we have second session and for this session, we have again a very important colleague, my colleague, to chair the session, Manisha. So Manisha is a very popular teacher, again, organic chemist, researcher, and board of studies member also, RDC committee member, Senate member also working at different bodies also, and always busy with university work. And very importantly, he is taking care of all my little and lovely girls also, and the warden of hostel also. So always busy, difficult to get time to speak with her also. Didn't get time. Sometimes I have to message to her also. So we are lucky we got her time also because of Nandu. She might have came over here also. So I request madam to take the diet and proceed further to chair the session. And in this session we have two lectures. One is Professor Pratnesh Dave from the Sardar Patel University, Vallabh and another is Hitesh Kulari. One is a very good pharmaceutical chemistry also, drug chemistry. And you will really enjoy his lecture. Both lectures are very popular. So I request continue. Good afternoon. Welcome to welcome to the first session of the National Hospital Order after this is I request Honorable Dr. Nisha Pudam Madam to assume the chairmanship of session. Madam is here. Speaker of the session, Dr. Pratnesh Kumar Dave. Dr. Dave takes on the stand.
also Dr. Vijay Kumar sir, who learned it from us. And to pay our respect and gratitude was the gift by our culture. We welcome them. So, to welcome our chairperson, Dr. Manisha Kodade Madam, I call Dr. Ashok sir. Please welcome the chairperson of Kodade Madam. Pule sir, Dr. Pule sir, please welcome the Kodade Madam. Giving, offering the moment. To welcome our speaker. To welcome the speaker, Dr. Ganesh Mandal, Dr. Tompe sir, please welcome the commissioner to pay job. Welcome our next speaker, Dr. Vijay sir. Welcome. So, Ganesh sir, she, uh, she select member and US member also. So further session. In the beginning, I would like to express my gratitude
to the organizer of this event. And I welcome all of you for this wonderful conversation. I feel my gratitude to all of the respected Dr. Layers and Pastor. Very kind words of introduction and even thank you for this or share this session. So today's session was a very eminent point here with us. It's my great pleasure to introduce with him Dr. Vijay is an assistant professor at School of Human Sciences. First session will be delivered by Dr. P. N. Dave sir, working as a professor in physical chemistry at Department of Chemistry, Sardar Patel, Vallabh, Gujarat. Sir has more than 23 years of experience, academic experience. His research area is working on catalysis, current and recent areas on which he is working. He is expert in physical chemistry, engineering chemistry, and polymer sciences. He has more than 112 papers in national and international journals. So he is working on very current issues and applied chemistry. And as far as his publication is concerned, he is a very eminent scientist who has completed one DST project, which is of 46,89,280 rupees funded by DST, and he has received honors and awards for establishment of Center of Excellence in Chemical Science and Technology at Bhuj, which is Verma Bhuj University. And it's really our pleasure that he has working on social issues like soil testing laboratory he has established. So he works on applied chemistry and he has some highlighted achievements also. Few of them are development of engineering chemistry curricula and laboratories in Nirma University, Ahmedabad. He has delivered various lectures, more than 70 invited lectures in the literature courses and in different short-term programs. And for the students also, he has delivered many lectures. And today, he is here with us to share his expertise in the material science. So, without taking much time, it is a great pleasure. I invite David sir to deliver his talk on from urea synthesis to quantum synthesis, unraveling the evolution of synthetic routes in chemical sciences. Please, sir. So there is my question.
Point. Up. Yeah, okay. So friends, very good afternoon to all of you. Now before I'll start my talk, at the outset let me thank the organizing committee for invitation. thank to respected Chairman Madam for this opportunity, and my particular thank goes to the Ashwar sir. So point is always, Anand sir, I was asking about the kind of audience, what to speak and not. So he just tell me to keep motivate the students. So my objective here would be for next 30-40 minutes. I'll discuss very at elementary level with the caveat that you can interrupt me at any moment. So this lecture is really meant for you. So with this understanding, and I will speak intermittently in Hindi as well. So Hindi, English, and particularly Gujarati, these three language I am knowing. So you can ask me, right? So my title, of course, is telling urea synthesis to quantum synthesis. So first 50 minutes I will try to devote how organic chemistry was involved. And a very interesting story is a really case study about a urea synthesis, and perhaps it is a motivation and spark. Like morning sir was telling he at IIT Kanpur, science to the technology, not technology to the science. And this is a really a case study I am put forward before you. So really it would be, I assume, would be a motivation for all of you. So I think with this note, I am going to start with this point. I hope organic chemistry every student loves, and most of what branch you will select. Obviously, the organic is the answer. Though sir, Aswar sir is there for organic, but this sir is from physical chemistry like me. Yes, you need organic ligand. So a point I'm trying to put forward and why I'm selecting organic chemistry. So there is a reason, and that's what I'm trying to explain before you. So if you look at to the organic chemistry, I'm starting from the time of the era of the Aristotle, and you look at to the Aristotle era, that is 384 to 320 before Christ era, we can talk about. So really, there was no distinction. That's what today we are knowing what is organic and what is inorganic. Now, very interesting point come as per the definition of the Aristotle. So at that point of time, he distinguishes non-living and living thing. And when we say living thing, so living thing obviously is a animal and plants. This is what the known at that point of time. And you look at to the word organic. This is the word comes from the organized, not like a living and animal plant we can talk about. At that point of time, the consideration was the organized. Now, what is organized? Just I will try to explain. But the concept in general was the instrument of the soul. Soul means body. So everything is organized. Like human body is organized. Every action is organized. For example, like eye is the instrument of vision. Your ear is the instrument for hearing. So in that sense, the meaning of organic is to organize. Now, the first thing comes to trace the history of science, and particularly chemistry, organic chemistry. The Berzelius was the first gentleman. I hope everybody has heard the name of Berzelius. Everybody from standard 8 onwards, you are knowing the name of Berzelius. Is it right? आप में से किसी ने नाम नहीं सुना, ऐसा बताओ बर्जेलियस का? सबने सुना है या नहीं सुना है? नहीं सुना है? कोई बात नहीं, आपसे बात करेंगे. So Berzelius का जो concept आ रहा है, where he originally give the concept of the synthesis. जो synthesis हम आज के दिनों में समझ रहे हैं, वो concept नहीं था. The concept क्या था वो जमाने में? This word synthesis, of course, is a Greek word. और वो बना था दो words से मिलके, together plus to place or to put. So every चीज को आप एक जगह पे रखते हो, and that is like a thing is organizing. So this is how putting together the things to organize. Then बात कर रहे हैं हम अभी 1500 की. इसमें एक जेंटलमैन आ रहा है पेलेसियस. उसके एट दैट ऑफ टाइम जो केमिस्ट्री कंसीडर की जा रही थी बड़े पैमाने पे, वो इनऑर्गेनिक थी. नाउ इनऑर्गेनिक का मतलब, और इवन इट्स वेरी क्लोज टू अवर इंडियन ट्रेडिशन, लाइक फायर, एयर, वाटर एंड अर्थ. अपन इंडियन ट्रेडिशन में फिफ्थ एलिमेंट होता है और स्पेस होता है. बट in Greek era, that was the fourth element was considered. Animal और plant body की बात कर रहे हैं, they are really composed of 4 elements जो हम आज जानते हैं. तो पहला एलिमेंट है वो मर्क्यूरी था, सेकंड था वो सल्फर था, थर्ड इज द सोल्ट्स. And there were people were believe at that point of time, if you have excess of mercury, that leads to the paralysis. सिमिलरली डिप्रेशन के लिए भी मर्क्यूरी को जिम्मेदार मानते थे वो टाइम पे. देन सॉल्ट में कोज द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ डायरिया एंड ड्रॉप. सिमिलरली द ब्रेन प्रॉब्लम इज अटैच विद दिस सल्फर. So ये जमाने में जो टाइम चल रहा था, so core element people were talking about. What's really their property, people is not knowing. Now the time comes about the boil. Boil already know, सभी लोगों ने सुना है. So ये जमाने में जो boil का concept था, even आपको definition point of view ये concept देखोगे तो आपको मिल जाएगा. बट जो बात अभी करना है, मुझे थोड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग बात करना है और पॉइंट यहाँ आ रहा है आर्टिफिशियल urea, and this is a really a trigger for chemistry. And I will try to finish my talk, and I will ask a question. Within the span of 200 years, which is the biggest synthesis of artificial synthesis? So perhaps you will be agree with me that is the urea. So it's a very interesting point. मैं यहाँ टॉक मेरा थोड़ा एक्सपांड करूंगा क्योंकि मोटिवेशन की बात आ रही है, बाकी का रेस्ट नहीं करेंगे तो इवन वी कैन इंटरेक्ट एट लेटर स्टेज. ना सबसे पहले जो बात यहाँ आ रही है, जो बर्जेलियस का टाइम मैंने आपको बताया, एंड बर्जेलियस वाज द टीचर ऑफ हम जो आज वॉलर की बात करने अभी जा रहे हैं. तो ये जो इरा था, सब लोग बोल रहे थे जैसे ऑर्गेनाइज वे में चल रहा है. ऑर्गेनाइज मतलब कौन ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहा है? देन वेरी नॉन इन द लिटरेचर इज अ वाइटल फोर्स. कोई एक ऐसा फोर्स है जो हम कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन वो फोर्स सबको कंट्रोल कर रहा है. एंड आप लिटरेचर देखेंगे, क्लासिकल टेक्स्ट बुक देखेंगे साइंस की, तो दिस इज नॉन एज अ वाइटल फोर्स थियरी. तो जो सब चल रहा है, जो वाइटल फोर्स थियरी थी, दैट वाज रिक्वायर्ड टू रन द थिंग्स, वेदर वी टॉक जो भी ऑर्गेनिक है या इनऑर्गेनिक है, बट जो भी दुनिया चल रही थी वो एक फोर्स बेस्ड चल रही थी जिसको वाइटल फोर्स बोल रहे थे. एंड इट इज अनएक्सप्लेन्ड. वो क्या है किसी को पता नहीं, बट एक ऐसा फोर्स है वो सब चला रहा है. नाउ यहाँ सबसे पहले जो बात आ रही है, in organic chemistry, the year or 18th century, particularly 1828 is a very very important year. रीजन ये है कि द पर्सन जो यहाँ नाम लिखा आपने वो वॉलर देख रहे हैं, तो उसने पहले सबसे पहले ही वाज ट्राइंग टू सिंथेसाइज. तो उसने सबसे पहले एक कंपोनेंट लिया था दैट इज कॉल्ड सिल्वर ऑक्सीसाइनेट. एंड आप सिल्वर ऑक्सीसाइनेट के बारे में जानते हो, ये एक इनऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड है जिसमें कार्बन हाइड्रोजन नहीं है. तो उसने सबसे पहले जो ऑक्सीसाइनेट लिया था, सिल्वर का लिया था, एंड उसने रिएक्ट किया था एमोनियम क्लोराइड से, उसने रिएक्ट किया. एंड एट लेटर स्टेज उसने दूसरा ऑक्सीसाइनेट लिया, लेड ऑक्सीसाइनेट. द नंबर ऑफ परम्यूटेशन एंड कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ ऑक्सीसाइनेट ही वर्कड आउट बट ट्रीटिंग विद दिस ammonia. So what we are expecting is we can expect ammonium cyanide to be formed. यहाँ जो आप देख रहे हो NH4 प्लस NCO, दो कंपाउंड तो मिक्स होगा ऑर्गेनाइज वे में भी, मींस वी पुट थिंग्स टुगेदर. तो बनने क्या चाहिए, दोनों इनऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड है. सो देयर वाज एक्सपेक्टेशन NH4 प्लस प्लस NCO माइनस फॉर्म होना चाहिए, बट ये फॉर्म नहीं हुआ. उसकी जगह जो स्टेबल फॉर्मेशन जो आप है, एवरीबॉडी नोज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द यूरिया, NH2CO NH. एंड दैट वाज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. जो ये वॉलर की स्टोरी हम आपके सामने रख रहे हैं, तो यहाँ दी पॉइंट इज ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड और सेम ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड जो यूरिन के अंदर पाया जाता है, बिकॉज वो सिंथेसिस आपकी बॉडी रन कर रही है. ये सिंथेसिस पहली बार लेबोरेटरी में रन हुआ. एलिमिनेशन ऑफ नाइट्रोजन वेस्ट जो हो रहा है बॉडी में से और इवन ममल्स में से, यहाँ टेस्ट किया। नाउ वाइल अभी जो बात आ रही है एट द सेम टाइम अनदर जर्मन फेलो जो आ रहा है बोश। बोश मतलब ना कंसिडर एज ए केमिकल इंजीनियर, ये जमाने में अप्लाइड केमिस्ट्री बोलते थे। तो प्रोडक्शन जब बढ़ाने की बात कर रहे हैं तो रोल आता है केमिकल इंजीनियर का। सो वो लोगों ने भी अपना एक सर्च यहाँ पे चालू रखा। सो हाउएवर बट आप देख रही है थोड़ा चैलेंजेस मैंने यहाँ आपके सामने रखा। बट हाउएवर एज ऑन द डे पास फेल्यूर रिड्यूस द चांसेस। यहाँ एक बात ये आ रही है कि जो रिएक्शन हम बात करेंगे, जो वाटर के अंदर रिएक्शन होता है उसका पीके 14 होता है, दैट्स एवरीबॉडी नोस। एंड वी अंडरस्टैंड दैट द लोअर द वैल्यू ऑफ पीके स्ट्रॉन्गर इज द एसिड एंड वाइस वर्सा, हायर द वैल्यू ऑफ पीके स्ट्रॉन्गर द बेस। सो जो एमोनिया रिएक्ट होता है वाटर के साथ, उसके अंदर एसिड, ये वाटर काम करता है, एसिड काम करता है। ही इज डोनेटिंग ए प्रोटॉन, वाटर डोनेट्स प्रोटॉन टू एमोनिया। सो ये बन रहा पीके। जो अपने बॉडी में रिएक्शन हो रहा है ये NH4 प्लस बन रहा है, इसकी वजह से उसका पीके है 9.24। सो दिस रिएक्शन साइकिल रन इट्स ऑन। बट हम बात पे आएंगे अब एमोनिया की एंड वी विल लुक फॉर द पीके ऑफ यूरिया। यूरिया जो बनता है डायरेक्टली उसका पीके है 34। सो दिस इज द वास्ट डिफरेंस व्हाई ह्यूमन बॉडी इज सिंथेसाइजिंग एट रूम टेम्परेचर, बट ये आप आर्टिफिशियली करने जा रहे हो तो पीके इज 34 एंड दैट्स क्रिएट अ प्रॉब्लम। एक कंडीशन में वाटर से पीके कम है, एक कंडीशन में वाटर से पीके ज्यादा है। दिस इज अ सिंपल acid based explanation. That's how the cellular activity is different from synthetic activity. Yes. अब ये बात जो आ रही है यहाँ ये रिएक्शन है, अभी आप जो देख रहे हो जो टेक्स्ट बुक में पढ़ते होंगे, तो दे आर यूजिंग ऑस्मियम एज ए कैटलिस्ट। ओएस को कैटलिस्ट ले रहे हैं, प्रेशर रख रहे हैं वेरी हाई प्रेशर 200 एटमोस्फियर एंड जो टेम्परेचर है आपका वो 200 डिग्री सेल्सियस है। रिमेंबर एट दिस कंडीशन द कन्वर्जन इज 8%। आपका फाइनल यील्ड जो मिल रहा है अमोनिया का सिर्फ 8% मिल रहा है एंड दैट इज द क्रक्स ऑफ द मैटर स्टिल। तो अभी क्या किया है कि बोस ने ये जो बताया कि BASF में सबसे पहला जो इंडस्ट्री ये लोगों ने लगाया था, तो उसका आप फोटोग्राफ देख रहे हो। नाउ स्टिल अभी जो भी स्कोप बचा है 200 साल के अंदर ये रिएक्शन को डेवलप करने के लिए, ओनली स्कोप बचा है आप कैटलिस्ट डेवलप करो, और कैटलिस्ट पे लोग प्ले कर रहे हैं। तो अभी यहाँ जो मतलब कमर्शियल प्रोसेस अभी जो ये लोग यहाँ BASF में कर रहे हैं, इसका डेटा आपको दे रहा हूँ। देयर इज अ फोर बेड्स ऑफ मैग्नेटाइट कैटलिस्ट। एक कैटलिस्ट का लेयर है, सेकंड, थर्ड एंड फोर्थ, एंड एवरी बेड पे एक बेड पे जाएगा तो 15% उसका कन्वर्जन मिलेगा एंड ओवरऑल एफिशिएंसी जो बढ़ रहे हैं वो यहाँ पहुंचती है। Apart from this, in 115 years, people are trying now attempt to try to synthesize green ammonia. इसके लिए इनमें डिफरेंट डिफरेंट अप्रोच लगाए गए, फोटोकेमिकल रिएक्शन लगाया गया, थर्मल रिएक्शन किए, प्लाज्मा, इलेक्ट्रो कैटलिस्ट, एंजाइम, बट नन ऑफ द रिएक्शन हैज रीच टू दिस लेवल। वो जो आज कन्वर्जन की हम 150 साल पहले की बात कर रहे हैं, तो ये कन्वर्जन नहीं पहुंच रहा है ना। मैं क्विकली 2 मिनट ही लूंगा आपका। जैसे हम बता रहे हैं ब्लैक बोर्ड पे N2 मतलब सीधा N2 नहीं आता, H2 मतलब सीधा H2 नहीं मिलता आपको। इवन इन ऑर्डर टू क्रिएट N2 एंड H2, दिस इज अ टिपिकल साइकिल यू नीड टू फॉलो। जो फर्स्ट साइकिल में से आपको सल्फर हटाना पड़ेगा मीथेन में से। सॉरी,
You press this red button. That's the point. There it is.
दिस वन,
Yeah, the red one.
ओके, हाँ,
Is it working?
5 minutes, ओके, सो आई विद इन 5 मिनट्स आई विल सम इट अप। एनीवे मैं जस्ट क्विकली आपके सामने जो रख रहा हूँ, एक तो सल्फर पहले आपको क्लीन करना पड़ेगा, सल्फर हटाना पड़ेगा, नहीं हटाओगे तो 8% से भी आप नीचे जाओगे। सेकंड स्टेज आ रहा है वो स्टीम रिफॉर्मिंग का आ रहा है। तो स्टीम रिफॉर्मिंग से क्या बनता है, आपका H2 क्रिएट होता है, आपको H2 चाहिए। एंड फाइनली कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड रिमूवल करेंगे, मिथेनेशन करेंगे, सीरीज ऑफ रिएक्शन देख रहे हो, टेम्परेचर कंडीशन, प्रेशर कंडीशन, तो ये आपको एक थोड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी क्या आ रही है रिएक्शन में वो पता होगी। सो अल्टीमेटली बाय डूइंग दिस आर दी ऑल सीरीज ऑफ साइकिल, रियली ये वन स्टेप रिएक्शन नहीं है, तो करने के लिए आप प्रॉब्लम। सो अल्टीमेटली ये बात आप मान के चलिए। सो दिस इज द सम इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट, अप्रोक्सीमेटली 3 out of 7 billion people of the earth would have perished of hunger if sufficient ammonia was not generated by Haber-Bosch process. आज मान के चलिए आप ये जो प्रोसेस नहीं होती आपके पास, तो वर्ल्ड की 50% लोगों के पास खाना नहीं होता। क्योंकि ये बनाने के लिए अमोनिया की रिक्वायरमेंट है. सो एंड देयर आर नंबर परसेंट ऑफ टाइम. यहाँ आप ये चीज देख रहे हो कि दिस आर द डिफरेंट परम्यूटेशंस एंड कॉम्बिनेशन कैटलिस्ट के लिए यूज किया गया है. तो आप मतलब जो लोग रिसर्चर्स है, बाद में आप कैटलिस्ट के बारे में सोच रहे हो, तो दिस आर दी ओपन एरिया. जो ऑस्मियम से रिएक्शन किया था 25,000 पर ग्राम का कॉस्ट है अभी. एट द सेम टाइम ये जो कॉस्ट देख रहे हो आयरन, जो हैबर ने किया था सिंपली 7 रुपीज एज ऑन डेट. नाउ यू अंडरस्टैंड द इमेजिनेशन 200 ईयर्स बैक उनका क्या रोल और मायना रहा था. तो देर आर सम कॉमर्शियल डेवलपमेंट यहाँ हुआ है, कैलोग ने किया है, हेल्डर ने किया है, बट वी विश कि ये एक बड़े फायदा में आए. तो ये अमोनिया की एक वेरी मोटिवेशनल स्टोरी प्रॉब्लम आपके सामने रखा. नाउ फाइनली ये अमोनिया से बहुत सारी चीज बन रही है, इसलिए अमोनिया का इंपॉर्टेंस इतना है. तो आप देख रहे हो मेलेमन प्लेट, अभी जो खाने के लिए जो प्लेट लगेगी आपकी प्लेट के लिए, वो जो मीडियम वगैरह चाहिए वो अमोनिया कंटिन्यूसली चाहिए. सो यू जस्ट ट्राई टू सी द रोल. लाइक फाइनल थिंग आई वुड लाइक टू टेल यू, अभी आप सुन रहे होंगे नैनो यूरिया. यूरिया बनता है अमोनिया में से. ओनली अभी रिसेंटली जो बनाया है इसको करो, गुजरात के अंदर ये प्लांट बनाया है, सिंथेसाइज किया है, तो अभी आप अमोनिया लिक्विड फॉर्म में यूज कर सकते हो बॉटल में और स्प्रिंकल कर सकते हो. तो ये दिस इज ओनली गवर्नमेंट अप्रूव्ड ये फ्यूल जो बन रहे हैं नैनो फॉर्म में, जो फ्यूल आ रहा है वो सबसे पहला अप्रूव्ड फ्यूल हुआ है. एंड उसकी जो कॉस्ट हो रही है दैट इज 300 रुपीज पर 50 केजी कॉस्ट है यूरिया की. एंड दिस इज द सब्सिडाइज एज कंपेयर टू नॉन सब्सिडाइज. ये नैनो यूरिया देख रहे हो आप, वो 240 रुपीज से मिल रहा है. So there are good chances to make work at future level about nano urea. And finally मुझे एक चीज आपको कहनी पड़ेगी, ये हेबर बोस बहुत बड़ा एक नाम था, आपके सामने देखा था, बट उसका हर एक चीज का कई बार सैड एंड होता है. कई चीज ऐसी होती है लाइफ में आपको पसंद नहीं आती है और होती है. तो उसके लिए ये रीजन ये है कि ये जो हेबर ने वो जमाने में काम किया था वो केमिकल वॉटर बनाने के लिए काम किया था. गवर्नमेंट हैज स्पॉन्सर्ड ए लॉट. उनका वाइफ था, आप उनका वाइफ का यहाँ फोटो देख रहे हो कल. ये शी वॉज द फर्स्ट लेडी हु अर्न पीएचडी इन जर्मनी. पहली लेडी थी वो जमाने की. वो सी मैरिड टू दी हेबर. एंड वो हेबर को नंबर ऑफ टाइम बोल रही थी कि इस टाइप की एक्टिविटी प्रमोट ना किया जाए. फाइनली एक बार हेबर का झगड़ा हुआ तो हेबर क्लोरीन टैंकर के पास गया टू ट्राई टू कमिट अ सुसाइड, बट सम अदर वे हेबर वाज सेव्ड. बट फाइनली उनकी वाइफ ने, गवर्नमेंट ने जो दी थी, जर्मनी के गवर्नमेंट ने उसको पिस्तौल दिया था हेबर को यूज करने के लिए. तो बाय यूजिंग सेम पिस्तौल हर वाइफ कमिटेड सुसाइड. एंड आफ्टर द ईयर 1935 हेबर लेफ्ट जर्मनी बिकॉज बहुत सारा रिवोल्यूशन, पब्लिक का रिवोल्यूशन वगैरह हुआ था. तो फाइनली उसने हेबर ने जर्मनी भी छोड़ दिया था. तो ये स्टोरी है. मैं लास्ट स्लाइड आपसे एक ही मिनट बात करूंगा सो दैट यू अंडरस्टैंड द कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ ऑर्गेनिक रिएक्शन. जैसे यू हैव टू कीप इन योर माइंड नंबर ऑफ स्टेप्स आर इन्वॉल्व इन दिस रिएक्शन. तो मैं आपके लिए मतलब चर्चा के लिए बहुत कुछ था, यह सब आप पढ़ते हैं, बट ओनली थिंग्स आई वुड लाइक टू गिव यू रियली. हम जो सिंथेसिस की बात करते हैं तो क्या होता है. यस, मैं यहाँ आपसे एक ही एग्जांपल लेके बताऊंगा, फिर मैं अपना टॉक खत्म करूंगा. जो एक सिंथेसिस होती है लीनियर सिंथेसिस. लीनियर सिंथेसिस में क्या होता है कि जैसे हम नंबर ऑफ स्टेप्स जो ले रहे हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल पहले में से दूसरा बन रहा है, लेट्स से इट्स 80% कन्वर्जन है. दूसरा स्टेप में से तीसरा स्टेप बन रहा है, लेट्स से 80% कन्वर्जन ट्रीटेड एज अ गुड. आप टोटल स्टेप्स यहाँ लेंगे तो हर एक का 80% आप गिनोगे तो दैट वुड बी 21% यील्ड. फाइनली आपका यील्ड माना जाएगा 21. तो अप्रोच क्या ऑर्गेनिक सिंथेसिस में, नंबर ऑफ स्टेप्स आर टू बी रिमूव. जितना कम स्टेप्स है इतना अच्छा है, आपका एफिशिएंसी बढ़ता है. एट द सेम टाइम देयर इज अ कन्वर्जन सिंथेसिस. आपका ये एक ब्लॉक का सिंथेसाइज करोगे, दूसरा ब्लॉक का करोगे, दो बोथ आर हैविंग 80%, बट दिस इज कॉल्ड द कन्वर्जन सिंथेसिस. तो यहाँ यील्ड मिलेगा आपको 41% मिलेगा. तो आप बैक केस में जाइए, हेबर का ऑल स्टेप्स देखिए, देयर आर 14 to 15 स्टेप्स आर इन्वॉल्व. इसलिए आज वो 8% मिल रहा है आपको. So this is the wide open area. Everybody can think about it. Still problem. That's what the direction given by the Heaven and Cargos. It's remain. बहुत सारा ओपन फील्ड है, एटलीस्ट आपके लिए ओपन है, प्रमोटर ओपन है, एंड नंबर ऑफ थिंग्स आर ओपन, इवन नैनो फर्टिलाइजर एंड थिंग्स यू कैन सी. सो दिस आर द सम मोटिवेशनल पॉइंट्स आई हैव टू शेयर विथ यू. आई होप शायद आपको पसंद आया होगा. आपको कोई भी प्रश्न है तो आप 1-2 मिनट ले सकते हैं, अदरवाइज लंच टाइम में भी हम डिस्कस कर सकते हैं. So I think with this note, sir, I am completing my talk.
wonderful talk by better I'll go there. Hello. So, this is wonderful talk. It was delivered by Professor P.M. Ravi, sir. He has explained history, development and application of physical campus. And the recent advancement what which is going in the field. So if you have any questions, please give me an answer. Or the content of any lunchtime. Yeah. So thank you very much, sir. I
Thank you.
express my sincere gratitude for delivering my talk. Thank you. Now, we'll begin the next talk. A very distinguished viceroy personality, Dr. Vijay. He is working as an professor at School of Life Sciences, Central University of Gujarat, Gaندhinagar. He has visited the PhD from Australia in the area of medicine. His research focuses on designing of target drug delivery system and pharmaceutical nanotechnology. He has published more than 80 journal publications, more than 8 publications. He has written 19 book chapters. From several awards and research grants, including PNR Rao, prestigious in the material. Inspired by from I will get award from SCRT University in 2019 and very recently it is appreciated with the award from the Cancer Research Foundation India in 2020. He is also among the top 220 of the world. So I welcome share on the topic designing atmosphere for their application.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And hello. वो तो ठीक है, but anyway, नहीं. और hello. 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 Yes. So good afternoon, everyone. Before starting my presentation, I would like to thank Professor Anand sir for inviting me and giving an opportunity to deliver a talk at here. And my talk is related to the designing of the nanomaterial for the therapeutic application. Have you heard about the nanotechnology? No. So nano is nothing but a size scale. When we reduce the size, you have seen the meter to then micron meter to, if you divide meter with the 1,000 times, it will come to the micron meter, again you divide to the by the 1,000, it will come to the nano. But why everybody is looking for the nano? Here, if you look, just now Professor Dave had talked about the nano urea. What is that nano and why it is interesting? It is interesting because when we reduce the size of any material to the nano scale, its properties are changing tremendously. The property, whether it is electronic property or mechanical property, anything. So because of that, we are interested with the nanomaterial. Then what is the nanobiomaterial? Any material, I define nanobiomaterial like world of the small biocompatible material. There are two words. One is the nanomaterial, another is the biomaterial. Nano, which is having the size of 10 raised to power minus 9 meter. And biomaterial means which is biocompatible to the body. What is biocompatibility? Biocompatibility means it is non-toxic to the body. Now I will start with the nanobiomaterial. So nanobiomaterial may be made up of the various types of the material. It may be the organic, it may be the inorganic, it may be the carbon-based, and it may be the composite of both the organic and the inorganic nanomaterial. But on the basis of the shape also, we classify these material with the 0 degree, 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degree, different dimensions are 1D, 2D, 3D, different dimensions are there. So this is not a simple classification of. Now, when you want to use these nanomaterial for the biological properties, there are the several restrictions. It is not like that you have prepared a nanomaterial and used in the computer, because there is no ethical, you can say the ethical issues, because you can put the nanomaterial into the mobile phone or into the devices of the electronics. But when you want to apply it into the biological system, even into the animals, you have to take the approval from the institutional animal ethical committee. So these properties, when you want to use these material for the biological applications, you have to take care of the lot of things. What is the size? How the size is affecting the toxicity. A material may be the initially non-toxic, but when you are reducing its size and converting it into the nano, by the time it may be the toxic. So what is the surface charge on the material? Because once you will inject those things, nanomaterial into the body, it will interact with several biomolecules which are present in our body. Okay, so the toxicity may change, and because of these toxicity issues, we have to take care of a lot of things. What are the composition of that material, whether it is biocompatible or not? What is the structure of that material, whether it is crystalline or the amorphous? So, as I said, there are several challenges. Next challenge is how it will go into the body, because we know there are the several barriers into our body. Once you will inject, suppose you have prepared a medicine, that medicine into the body, it have to travel into the blood. Then there will be the blood-brain barrier, then there will be the cellular barrier. So there will be the several barriers which are present in the body. Next is when you prepare the nanoparticles. If you are preparing those nanoparticles at the laboratory scale, they will form at the nano scale. At the nano scale. But if you want to prepare them into the bulk, because into the industry we have to prepare them into the kilograms. By the time the size will increase, and you are thinking that okay, we are preparing the nanoparticle, but they are no more nanoparticles. They may aggregate and they may be converted into the larger particles. So there are several challenges. Now I will give you the one example like how we can design the biomaterials. In 2018, approved a molecule inulin for the treatment for the food products. That is a dietary fiber. Inulin is a simple polysaccharide. We can get this molecule from the every day you take the garlic. It is present in the garlic. So this material was initially not approved for the biological purpose. Only one purpose it was used, whether the kidney is proper functioning or not. For the functioning of the kidney, they used to this molecule to they used to take this molecule inulin, whether kidney is proper functioning or not. But otherwise, it was not approved by the FDA. But when this molecule was approved by the US FDA, we looked what we can do with this molecule. So, what is the beauty of this molecule? If you look at the pH of our GIT in the stomach, in the saliva, pH is around pH. In the stomach, we know that the pH is around 1.2 acidic pH, and as we go down into the small intestine, pH changes to the 6.8. Then
into the colon, it will again it will be the basic around 7 to 8. So we thought, let's try this molecule for the delivery of the drugs into the colon region. Because when you take, suppose when you take the paracetamol, paracetamol is used to treat for the treatment of the headache or the simple headache or the it is an antipyretic to reduce the body temperature during the fever. But when you will take this this your medicine paracetamol 500 milligram, it will be distributed into the all organs. It will go into the kidney, it will go into the liver, it will go into the brain, it will go into the spleen, it may go into the heart. But those tissues we do not require that our drug molecule should go at there. Now, if the disease like amoebiasis, inflammatory bowel disease, or the colon cancer, or inflammation in the colon, by the time we want the drug should be delivered only into the colon region. Why should drug go into the stomach, or why should it start to release into the oral cavity? So this is the beauty of this molecule, that it is not digested into the stomach. This molecule, inulin, is not digested into the lower acidic pH, pH 1.2, or the enzymes which are present into the stomach. So then we thought to use this for the treatment, for the delivery of the drugs, particularly to the colon region. So what we did, but the issue is that this molecule is highly hydrophilic. Hydrophilic means it will not form the nanoparticle. For the nanoparticle, for making the nanoparticle, it should take a assembly so that it can be take a shape of the particle. So it is like a sugar. So if you are dissolving the sugar into the water, the sugar molecules are interacting with the water and it is completely dissolved. So then we thought what we can do, we added a molecule that is the stearic acid. Stearic acid is nothing but the lipid which is already present in our body. So we combine this molecule, inulin, with the stearic acid. With the simple chemistry, not a great science is there. Stearic acid is having the carboxylic group. Inulin is having the multiple hydroxyl group. One of them is the primary hydroxyl. When you combine, when you do the chemical reaction between the hydroxyl and the carboxylic group, you know the organic chemistry, simple, it will form the ester bond. So by the simple esterification reaction, we converted this molecule into the amphiphilic molecule. Inulin is hydrophilic, stearic acid is a lipid which is hydrophobic in nature, and when we combine together, it forms the amphiphilic molecule. And what are the properties of the amphiphilic molecule? When you will put these amphiphilic molecule into the aqueous environment, they may take a shape of the micelles. So the hydrophobic part will go up inside and hydrophilic part will come outside. So we converted this molecule, inulin, first time into the nanoparticle by conjugating with the stearic acid lipid, which is, but if you see here the image, this image, they form the very diffuse type of the micelles. That was not the great micelles. We loaded the drug molecule into that one and then tested against the cancer, colon cancer. But yes, this nano system was able to deliver the drug into the colons particularly. But the micelles were very diffuse. So then we thought what we can do the next. We have incorporated, we took the another amphiphilic molecule, fluoronic F68, which is well reported that it is biocompatible in nature. So now with taking this fluoronic F68 in between, one sided we attach the stearic acid, that lipid. Another side we attach the inulin. Now, because of the two amphiphilic sites, it forms the double folded like structure. And when it was forming the double, it converted into the double folded. You see the structure of these. These are the 10 images. So here, if you see, it formed the very nice, uniform, and compact structure. And the earlier, whatever the issue was that with the diffuse type of the nanomicelles that were formed, the drug loading capacity was only about 20%. That means if you are adding the 1 gram of the drug into that one, only the 200 milligram of the drug will go into the nanoparticle, rest will be the waste only. But with this, we were able to achieve the encapsulation efficiency around 86% and the compact structure of these micelles. Then we tested whether that pH effect that we are talking that okay, at the pH 1.2 it will not dissolve, but it will dissolve only in the lower intestinal part. We checked their degradation behavior at the pH 1.2, they were still intact. When we incubated into the pH 6.4, 6.8, these nanoparticles started to you can say disaggregate, or you can say the degradation of the particle started. Then we tested how the drug is coming out from those nanoparticles. Only 40% of the drug was released in the first 2 hours. But if you see in the at pH 6.8, in pH 1.2, it was showing the very less release of the drug. But once you incubate these nanoparticles into the pH 6.8, which is the pH of our intestine, it started to degrade and release the drug molecule. Then we tested against the cancer cells. It shows the very good activity as compared to the pure drug. Also, it shows it outperformed by pure drug, and toxicity was more as compared to. Here only you can see, if you are not knowing the cancer toxicity, only you see the redness. If the red cells are indicating that those are the dead cells, and if the green color is indicating that the cells are live. Not moving. Then we tested this into the animals also, and in the animals also they have performed well. Then we check the stability of the particles. Stability of the pharmaceutical product is very important, because we do not know when the manufacturer will manufacture that product. Then it will come to wholesaler to retailer, when the doctor will prescribe that medicine, and ultimately when it will reach to the hands of the patient. So stability is also important. So whatever the drug was loaded, the free drug was degrading very fast, but when you we encapsulated that drug into the nanoparticle, it protected the drug molecule out. Now, so these two things we were doing after 2018, when this molecule was approved by the FDA. By the time our paper came out into the market, and one of the scientists, Professor Dr. Lekha Dinesh Kumar from the CSIR CCMB, they approached us and they said that you are using this molecule for the drug delivery application, and we are I'm interested whether this system can deliver our siRNA. siRNA is the small interfering RNA, that is the genetic material. They were using that siRNA for the treatment of the colon cancer, and they have given us the challenge that we want to deliver this siRNA by the oral route. You see, the chemical molecules are so sensitive, but are sensitive, and genetic materials are more prone to the degradation. When you will put this genetic material orally into the stomach pH 1.2, it will degrade. There are several enzymes, and they wanted that the genetic material should be delivered at the last part of the GIT, that is the colon. So, but we took the challenge, and simultaneously one of my PhD students, she was working on the nanoparticle. So in that genetic, another issue was that the genetic material is hydrophilic in nature. So in our micelles, hydrophilic part is outside, and the genetic material can't be loaded into the hydrophobic cavity. So, but what approach then we adopted, that we took those manganese nanoparticles and coated them with the arginine. Arginine, you know, the simple amino acid which is having the amine group on its surface. So it was the cationic in nature. That become the cationic. The surface of these manganese nanoparticles become the cationic in nature. Now all the genetic materials, because of their you know, the RNA, DNA, they have the phosphate group. Because of that phosphate group, they are anionic in nature. So because of this anionic nature, they can be easily loaded on the cationic surface. So what we did, we took first manganese nanoparticle, then coated with the arginine, then we added the genetic material, and then we added this inulin. This time nothing was added, only we used this inulin only as a coating agent. Just want to protect that genetic material from the degradation. And we got the very good result in that one. When we injected the cancer cell into the animals were dying within 8 days. Then we given the pure shRNA to the animals, and the animal survival was only 12 days. We could enhance using the simple siRNA only 4 days. But when we delivered this shRNA using this nanoparticle, animal were survived to 88 days. That means the survival time was enhanced more than 7 times. So similarly, survival, in the whenever you talk about the cancer disease, there is the matter of the survival, how long the patient can survive. Till now, we have not reached to the complete cure of the cancer. So survival time for the animals was enhanced by the 7. So this is how we have shown the utility of this inulin molecule in the another way in the third approach. In the fourth approach, then I was interested whether can I make the nanoparticle only of this inulin. So I asked my student to the and is there any approach, because we know that the alginate and the pectins, chitosan, these are common biopolymers which can cross-link together, and then if you are using some cross-linkers, they can form the nanoparticle. But we tried whatever these cross-linker have been used for the preparation of the nanoparticle for these using alginate or the chitosan, they were not working at all, because this molecule was highly hydrophilic. Then one of my MSc students, he came with an idea that, sir, let us try the honey. Honey is having the multiple molecules. Whatever the honey, simply you are taking, because there are the vitamins are there, minerals are there, then there are some bioflavonoids are there, and some carbohydrate content like fructose and other things are there. Then we cross-link with this one. We try to optimize the several parameters like the what honey concentration will be, what will be the concentration of the inulin will be there, how long we have to incubate them together, and we were able to cross-link the nanoparticle. And here you can see the cross-linked inulin has shown the nanoparticle, and then we tested its application again for the delivery of the anti-cancer drug, irinotecan and hydrochloride. And you see the nanoparticles loaded with this irinotecan and hydrochloride shown the superior activity as compared to the pure drug. But so here we optimize the several parameters like inulin concentration, honey concentration. We also added some counter ions which are biocompatible, like manganese chloride, zinc is present in the body, calcium is present in the body. We optimize their parameter and we go. But still there are two challenges. One is this preparation is taking long time. It takes 4 hours to synthesize the nanoparticle, and the drug encapsulation efficiency is only 17%. So then what we thought what could be the next? So at present we are testing the microwave assisted. You have seen the microwave is nowadays being used for the preparation of the nanoparticle. Then same composition we put into the microwave. So as we increase the watt and decrease the time, there is the formation of the nanoparticle. But at 100 watt also, it was forming the nanoparticle within 3 minutes. But the PDI value is more. That means the size is not same. Some PDI means polydispersity index. Some particles are small, some particles are big particles. Then we optimize the time, and we found that after 2 minutes it is forming. If we are not going for the 3 minutes, if we reduce the time, we can reduce the polydispersity also. We can get the small same size of the nanoparticle. So till now we are still working on this work. The further evaluation of the work is needed. So this, I would like to conclude that what is the conclusion of this presentation is that nanomaterial is the new emerging and very interesting field. You can take the any molecule which you can see around, and then you have to think about how can I use for my purpose for this one. Here we have shown that yes, inulin can be used for the making the pH responsive drug delivery system. pH responsive, depending on the pH, it will show its property. What we have done till now, we are able to make the self-assembled nanomicelles. In the first experiment, using the simple stearic acid, we converted it into the self-assembled nanomicelles. In the next, we added another amphiphilic molecule and we were able to convert it into the double-folded micelles. In the ssRNA delivery, we have shown it only simply as a coating material for the development of the delivery system. Then we have shown the honey cross-linked nanoparticles, and now we are using the microwave assisted synthesis for the rapid production of these nanoparticles. So sorry, and I would like to thank my all the students who have done this work, and the DST and the sir who has sponsored these projects, some of these projects, and not the least, but my institute, which has always supported me. Now, if you have any query, any question, you may ask. And another thing that I would like to, if you have any idea, if you think that any molecule, you just go at home, look at the structure of the inulin, and if you think any material which can be used for the cross-linking this molecule, is just you can tell me. I would be happy to take that work into the laboratory and attempt the whether it is forming nanoparticle. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you. Sir has delivered an excellent synthesis of biopharma materials, and that's where we started discussing. So I would like to congratulate you, sir, for your presentation. So, yes, this is two wonderful lectures. Now, we will read here again for lunch break. So, next session will start. So,
Removing the dinner about.
स्टॉप कर दो ना, तेरा वीडियो स्टॉप करा, तो वीडियो स्टॉप करा. म्यूट करना, इधर तो नॉर्मल म्यूट केला का त्याने.